Hmm. Do you also say "I told you so" to yourself, or is it just me? It's not just me, is it?
Oh, baloney. The whole thing always gets back to drugs.
Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Sandro Graca and I'm a PhD student at University of Wolverhampton. And this week I was the one saying to myself, "I told you so." Reason being, I have the tools, I have the systems in place. I know that I should do this more often, and yet I didn't do it for the last 2 months, and I ended up being in that situation, which I'm sure some of you will identify with, where you just go down the rabbit hole of what am I doing? Am I in the right place? Is this the right path for me? Um, what are my prospects? What should I be doing? Am I right? Am I wrong about my ideas? All those thoughts that just take space in your head and time from your working hours. And it was really brought to my attention by myself by something that I had to do, which you've seen from the previous video, which was the annual progress review for my PhD. So what happened was, for that APR, I have to present to two independent assessors the progress for the last 9 months. Now, the day of the APR was exactly to the day 1 year since I was told that I was accepted for the scholarship. So I actually got to step back and look at the full year. And with so much that has happened on a personal level and obviously on a professional level, it was, I guess, the perfect opportunity to tell myself, "Hey, I told you so. You should do this more often," which is true. So I'll give you a little bit of an insight about what has happened for the PhD itself, because as I mentioned here before, I want this to be also an opportunity for me to look back in, who knows, 9 months, a year's time, and go, "Hey, let me just check that video that I recorded at that particular time." And also for any of you who are interested in research or you're already working on your master's or your PhD, and I'm just being raw, just, whatever happens, I just turn on the camera and talk about it. Hopefully, it will help you in the same way that others through podcasts, video, have helped me as well. And yeah, it's basically just almost like a diary of what is happening. And I don't want to call them life lessons because this is almost like just really knowledge that, as I said, I knew I should have done it. And yeah, I left it too long for having a moment to stop and look back and just account for the all the things that we all do that are amazing in our personal and professional lives. And we just get so caught up on the day to day that we don't realize. And it's only when we stop and we look back that we realize, wow, we've actually done so much in the last X amount of time. For me, it was the 9 months for the APR and the 12 months because of the scholarship and because of starting here at the university. So let's have a quick look and see how things have changed. A year ago, I was still pretty much thinking about I'd finished my master's. You can see how excited I was finishing my master's. And I got to publish out of the dissertation. That is amazing. My a peer-reviewed paper, great help from Associate Professor Mike Armour and also Dr. Lara McClure to get it published. And that was my past, and that's where I was in the now a year ago, was trying to apply for this particular scholarship here at the university. And looking forward, or at the time, if I was to go back now and talk to my past self, now a year later, that application is in the past, and what I'm actually looking at is a bright new wide path ahead of me. And again, within the last year, 10 peer-reviewed publications. One of them is out of the PhD. Got one abstract accepted for a PCOS conference. And yeah, I got the position as research assistant at the university. I got my contract revised and extended with Elsevier as well for the European Journal of Integrative Medicine. And I am the social media officer for the Androgen Axis and PCOS Society. So it is really, really exciting. And it really made me look back at, wow, I've been busy and I kind of lost track of it because I'm always looking at what's the next project and what do I have to do next. So this is the now, right? Like that was November 2023 when I actually moved here to work with this amazing team. And actually it's interesting from this picture where those windows, that's where I spend my time doing my work, and I get to look down to this amazing view all of the days that I'm working. So yeah, it was really, really important for me to look back, and I advise you to do the same. Set a time for you to look at how much you've achieved. Make sure that you are still on the right path and you're not being distracted by everybody else's paths, and that you're focusing on yourself personally and professionally, that you are who you want to be and doing what you want and what you should be doing for yourself.
Oh, baloney. The whole thing always gets back to drugs.